Hey everybody, welcome to 𝒂💐💄💂 Hopefully you can hear me. We were just joking about sound before we went live, but everything looks pretty good, so welcome to 𝒂💐💄💂. I'm Dan Stacy, and you are about to witness my nerdy family and I use silly voices and digital dice to tell a good story, as we are playing a mashup game between Pathfinder 2nd Edition and Starfinder, a one-shot run by one of our very own local supporters. I am really excited for this. Quick announcements. Actually, the biggest one, I have it right here.
Oh, yeah.
Is we finally got our custom dice trays.
Ooh.
Somebody in this game may have one, actually. So I'm so excited. These are available for if you hit a certain tier, if you join our Patreon or our locals at a certain tier. I think it's the Landmark Maple. This is one of the things you will get is dice. It's the snapping foldable dice trays, which I love, and it's got our logo on it. Awesome. You know, I didn't think to look it up. I think it's Owl Creek Designs on Etsy, if I remember right. And then another thing, they are really awesome company, but they sent us a bunch of, kind of hard to see with the lights, but
little stickers
RPG
and little things
flavored.
They're so cute.
Iron-ons. So if you join as a subscriber, I'm gonna throw one of those in, so you'll get a random RPG one.
There's a dice goblin. I own
tray.
many shinies.
Many shinies.
That's cute. I like that one.
Anyway, that's our biggest announcement. Of course, we live stream. If you're here, you know we live stream around 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back to our Pathfinder Outlaws of Alkenstar game next week. But for now, let's jump over to see everybody else here, because we have some awesome guests with us today. There they all are. Look at those beautiful people. I'm going to introduce first, of course, one of our mighty guests in the YouTube world, Adam from the Inn of 𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒂 𝑪����𝒕𝒚. How are you, sir?
Greetings and salutations, travelers. Welcome back to Avenue Studios. We're doing good. As far as announcements or things from over our way, let me see. The 1,000 subscriber giveaway game is coming out, and I've had a little trickiness with the delays on the upload of it, but I should have an extra video out for y'all this week, and then be able to finish up the last upload for it next week, so it will be all done in November. You'll be able to watch it the second part this week, Lord willing, and then the third part next week, and should finish out November with that being up. Dan was in that one, so you can ask him if it was pretty good. I'm not particularly amazing at evaluating myself on those.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
Yeah. The only real other announcement right now is that we're going to be continuing our normal content, but right around Christmas, we're going to be doing, that stretch that has Christmas and New Year's into it. We'll be doing something different that week, and that's about it. So that's what I got.
Sweet. Thank you, sir. Thanks for being here. And of course, I'll just do a quick shout out. Chiro Chiba, if you're following the Outlaws game, she is also in that playing Cole. Thank you for being here, as always. And we have a special guest over, that way in the OBS. This is Mr. Moral Compass's brother, Abon. Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining the game.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. And of course, today, our local supporter, Mr. Moral Compass, will be running this game. Would you like to take it away, sir?
Just as one quick deal, I kind of forgot about it, but when did we want to do character introductions? After the story intro or before it?
Yeah, it seemed like everybody was interested in doing it in the game, so whenever...
Yeah, I think after,
Yeah, whenever you think it's appropriate, I suppose.
Then I'll just go into the story intro first and then go from there.
Perfect.
So, how we begin the story. Welcome to the Empire. My name is Paula, your virtual intelligence module, and I am here to happily assist you. As a communications transference operator, you have the privilege of holding the 132nd most important job in the entire Empire. You and your countless others are honored by the prevailing responsibilities held by such a position and keep the communications waves clean so you and your family can enjoy a comfortable life away from the vicious hate and propaganda propagated by the Republic, rebels, and others. I serve you who serves the Empire, and he who serves the Empire is a hero. As we swap over to the narrator, just like any other day, you are sitting around in the communications room of Communications Estate A, a planet Mona of the Nero sector. Your job, to transfer calls, interrogate sketchy communications, and report in unusual patterns. You and your sister, Estate B, take turns to split 24 hours and universal time clock. Your half of the workload, 12 hours, is spent in isolation within the confines of the communications room. Once this lockdown work time is finished, you are free to rest and enjoy the Empire-approved recreational time to improve your morale. Although the estate is small, with most of the room taken up by the communications array, there are plenty of areas to go to, fitted with a firing range, a med bay, recreations room, a hollow room, and a vehicles bay, and some other miscellaneous ones. Many would consider living in such an estate to be easy living. That is, if you're on one of the retirement groups that have their last years of military service to relax and have all the communications-filled entertainment they could fill on before going home to their families. Albeit you still have such physical comforts, the mental comfort is sadly a long way off, for you are a rebound group, or those in the service will label you as a problem child group. Once your 2 years are spent here, you know you will be shipped back into the large confines of the Empire-filled peace machine. If any ray of comfort were to come, it is close to your turn to have Sergeant Jamkins over to your estate for the week. It is evident he has mostly dealt with retiree groups and treats you all as if you were one of those and not the problem children that you are. Rules are lax and personalities can stay under his care. All you have to do is finish up your time, have your Empire-mandated morale boosting time, and he'll be there for the next work shift. The lockdown comes to an end, the doors open, you're released into the rest of the estate, and the sergeant should be leaving Estate B to come to Estate A at this very moment. Now, this would be, I think, a good time to introduce your characters and what you will do after the 2 hours of confines of the sleep modules. Does anyone want to go first?
I'll go first. I got a question. Is there a radar dish or anything like that where I can look to see if anything's approaching?
So, the communications estate has one large communications array. It's quite an advanced piece of technology, and it takes up actually like half of the estate, as it communicates with the satellite that is within the solar system, that's then broadcast to the rest of the Empire. For the most part, it doesn't have much in the way of any sort of radar or anything like that, but you do have some small capabilities around, but they're considered more of like your standard issue things that you may see like in a small outpost.
I see. So I must go and fortify the position.
All right.
I will go in and begin inspecting every air duct to make sure they are airtight. What's the word?
Is that how that works?
Well, I gotta make sure that no air's leaking and nothing
Okay.
can get in.
I was about to say, no wait, we're gonna die because he suffocates us?
TPK
It'll take him a
in the
while. It's a
first
big-
5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I also, if I can, I'm going to go get a wine bottle.
And brother, if you could just give your quick introduction of Sevens.
Hello, I am Sevens. I have a dramatic backstory.
Oh well.
And
If,
for physical description, I'm wearing a bodysuit with a breastplate, and that's mostly for armor. I have a pistol, an auto pistol, at my hip, and I carry around my sniper rifle with me in my hands at all times. I do have a knife strapped to my forearm, and I never take off my armor. Yes, I do smell.
That's awesome.
I imagine this is probably like almost a morning routine that goes on that most likely Irons and Sevens are up first. So
Yes.
I don't guess Irons ever gets up just before Sevens. Sevens always gets up just before Irons ends up getting up.
Yes,
Which
even
is-
if you try to get up early, I will get up before you.
All right. Well, then in that case, Irons would not care. He would just expect it. And he would remark to you as you were doing your sweep, any findings are to be reported.
Always.
Turn on the playlist, to get the kids up out of bed, which is probably, I don't know, AC/DC Thunderstruck or something like that.
I think so. I'm playing Yoonji. Yoonji is a 17-year-old Korean girl. She's very pale skin, and her eyes are always red from lack of sleep and crying. At least it would seem. Very dark blue eyes that are always looking off into the distance. I think probably your character and I share a bunk or something.
Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm.
So I think she is also already awake, waiting for the music, but she's just sitting cross-legged. She always has like a kimono-like robe that's very plain over her uniform, with long sleeves that she can wrap around and cover her hands and arms. And I think she's always just sitting there staring off into the distance, kind of towards your character, waiting for the music to come on. And she'll just wait to see what you're gonna do.
I'm the last one awake, so.
Oh, so.
Okay.
Biddy.
So I'm pretty predictable, and when I get up, it's never like necessarily in accordance with the music. It is always like moving a few moments before it would start, and just kind of a slow, methodical way of getting up. I am about a 20-year-old tall, fairly well-built young man, medium darker skin, dark hair, and really like bright sea green eyes. I'm wearing whatever has been issued to me for whatever's military standard. I have a sword and a shield and a pistol on my hip. And my routine is just to get up and start walking patrols around the building, kind of doing a sort of quiet but just slightly articulated, almost seems like a prayer to myself as I just start to walk around the building at the beginning of the day.
Okay. And
What
was
was
that?
your character's name again?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, I always forget some important detail. My character's name is not 𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒂, but that is what he has given you all to call him.
Nice.
And,
Don't feel too bad. I forgot to describe myself.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
What does
okay.
Irons look like?
Description. 38 years old with dirty blonde hair that is prematurely white on the sides of his not so high and tight style. His eyes were once a stony blue, but after the incident, the irises have bleached to the color of ischemic flesh. He wears large, dark sunglasses to protect his eyes and keep the scars around them mostly covered. Standard issue fatigues are what he prefers, but every once in a while he will be caught wearing a tee that has an ancient band name or logo sprayed on it.
Sweet. And so the music's been playing for a while, and finally Redhead opens up her eye. She still has like the drool kind of from sleep, and she gets up. So she has the classic freckles and stuff, and she wears an oversized jacket over her uniform. Anywhere that has anything that has to do with the Empire is covered up. So I feel like I'm going to say a little bit about her background, because I don't know if that'll ever come out later. But she was raised in the outskirts of society. Her dad taught her about machinery and praised her natural talent for it. And together they built a small stealth drone, which they named Skip. And Skip's right beside her. He just kind of hangs out around her all the time. Her father was caught in crossfire by one of the common gang fights that were in the area in their shanty town. And so she has kind of like a bitterness towards the Empire for not establishing enough law and order near where she was. So she's striving to make a better life for herself and for her younger sister, to make sure her younger sister doesn't end up working in the red light district, as many of the girls had around her. And but she was tracked down during one of her hacks that she was doing, and now she is there serving a sentence instead of wanting to serve the Empire necessarily. So, but she wants to get back home before the money runs out. So, but she is overconfident, spunky, irritating probably to a lot anybody in authority. So that's Ruby.
And what is Ruby doing as her routine?
She is going to be probably working on Skip, checking him out, making sure that he's good, and she doesn't have any job to do right now, right? So she's going to be tinkering with her stuff.
All right.
I mean, Irons would say there's always a job to do, but that doesn't mean she'll listen.
Yes, exactly.
And Yoonji just hangs out with Ruby?
Yeah, I think she would, unless Irons came and gave direct orders, she would do whatever Irons says. Maybe if Jolinar's passing by and wants company, she'll go with him. She'll basically just wait for someone to tell her what to do.
Unji, hold this. In that.
She's trying to do it with her sleeves covered, so she's like catching it so she doesn't touch. anything
One
with
more
her bare
thing.
hands.
Okay. Things are flying.
Did Irons say we should do something today?
I don't know. I don't know what he wants to do. He's always got something to do. He'll come yell when he needs to.
Hmm.
Probably right about that time. Did you fix the access point?
Yeah.
Then why is it still red on the readouts?
Fine. Fine, I'll get to it. I mean, I was meaning to. Fine. She's gonna, like, slump and pull on Unji with her as she walks over there.
Okay.
Irons gets another report from Sevens that this is not fixed.
Ruby has been assigned.
You get a K, and Sevens keeps moving.
All right. So, as you're patrolling around the estate, Jolinar, you just make your rounds, going through, making sure everything's fine. Sevens is being the paranoid guy that he is, and everything like that. And as you're passing by the communications room, you actually notice a very strange light coming from there. It's almost like flashing light, like tons of lightning strikes, but it's in the color of purple.
Okay, I'm going to approach it cautiously. Is it like arcing out from the machine or just sort of like flashing through the machine?
So when you get closer to it and actually look at it, one of the terminals in the communications room, it's like the lightning is spitting off of it. And as you look at it, all of a sudden, as only if it just got your presence alone, it stops.
Okay. Does the electricity work in such a way that you could shut off the power, like the breaker to a particular system in a room or anything like that?
Yes, and actually the entire power system for your terminals should all be completely turned off automatically. There should be no power to the room.
Oh, okay, but they're doing this anyway, so I go to check it and it's already off.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to radio over basically everybody's comms and be like, there seems to be a problem with the communications terminal in here. They are active. I thought they were shut down. Ruby, do you want to come take a look?
Fine. She's gonna bang on whatever she was trying to fix, and maybe it'll kick on and work, because she's got that feat. And she's gonna go to the communications terminal. What is it? What happened?
Well, the power's turned off, but there was some kind of energy going through it. It was flashing like it had electricity. I don't understand how.
That doesn't sound good. Give it a look-see.
Be careful.
As you investigate the terminal, there doesn't appear to be any sort of damage or burns, but oddly enough, it's almost like the opposite. Feeling it, even through your armor, or whatever you're using at the moment, it is very cold to the touch. And with the room temperature, it's slowly getting warmer, but it must have been like freezing cold when whatever was going on.
Is Yunji in the room? Did she follow?
Yeah, she would have.
I would look over at her and be like, what do you think is going on here?
We don't know. We could look and see.
Well, it's
Would you-
cold. That's not normal. No.
You said that you broadcasted this over to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, you do see Sevens at the door with a sniper rifle, just cradled in both his arms,
Ah.
watching.
Ruby's just gonna go, because she didn't know he was there.
I love that.
But he always does that.
Hmm. Very well. Shall we look and listen?
But we're done.
careful.
We're done with work. We're supposed to be like relaxing and stuff, right?
Oh.
Is this all coming over comms?
Well, the original thing was for sure.
Because if Ruby dared say that it's time not to work, that would not fly.
Can Ruby be the one that left the comms open?
Probably did it on purpose.
Oh, okay.
I heard that. You know how it's working. It's not time to sleep, not time to work. Sevens, report. What's going on?
I see the others in the communications room, and they're commenting that the controls are cold abnormally. Either we have a liquid nitrogen breach, or they are here.
Now,
There he
unlike a
goes
lot of
again.
other people, no, I was about to say, unlike a lot of other people that might, yeah, Sevens is a tweak, he's kind of all over the place. But with Iron's experience, he doesn't want to take any chances. So he says, I'll be right down.
I'm watching them.
Is there anything
And
else I
meanwhile,
can do?
Jolinar will be talking to Yunji, being like, I think you should see for us if there is something there, but be careful. I haven't seen something like this before.
She doesn't know mechanics and stuff. Like,
But we
No,
can listen to the echoes. Something might have touched it. Something might be within. We could listen and see.
what? Something in machinery.
There's echoes in everything.
Oh,
Everywhere.
I could just go home.
Even home. Everywhere are the echoes. Should we wait for Irons? Or should we try
No, go
now?
ahead. We're fine.
Very well, we will try.
Joe,
While they're trying this, I am got my hand on the closed door button.
That's so good.
and if the comms are still open, Irons goes, Jolinar, stay close to Spook. Make sure your mind's open.
yes, but don't call her that.
We don't mind.
Jolinar will stand there, very specifically not touching her, invading her personal bubble, but very, like, protectively.
So I'm gonna do the. I just can't remember what it's called.
Feet?
So I'm gonna
Unless you-
ask you to do a perception check to basically get a general reading.
Okay.
Cool. Go.
The
Oh,
dice.
that one. That's why. Hold on. I can do this.
My amazing wife.
Do
is
you want
reading
it
2
public? Does
characters.
that matter? Or do you want it private?
Oh, sorry. You could do it public. I
Okay.
will not really do any sort of blind rolls except for
Okay.
stealth.
Got it.
Oh,
Okay, so Unji, as you delve into it, you instantly understand that there's some sort of a psychic energy here. Something is tapping in. This is not a machine-based operation. As far as you could tell, you're not fully familiar, but you're familiar enough where this would give you an essence of this has to be something from either the void or some other psychic is involved here.
Do we get any sense of intent?
You weren't able to get any sort of intent from it.
So I don't think she's touched it yet. Her hand is just hovering over it. There are definitely echoes. We can hear them. Someone like us is doing something. We sense the void. Should I pursue
If I can, I'm gonna
further?
find something to barricade the door.
Is it still here?
Do I know?
It seems to be fading.
The echoes are fading.
Well, let's get out of here. And Sevens is gonna block us in.
Unji will
So
turn around
at
and
this-
start leaving.
So at this point, all of a sudden, on all the intercoms and your communication systems, Paula starts blaring out, "Warning, warning, get inside immediately, storm inbound."
Is that normal?
Not at all on this planet. Warning, warning, get inside immediately, storm inbound.
Where would be the
Go ahead.
Where would be the safest, like most protected, like bunker part of the station?
Probably in the very room you're in, the communications room itself. It has blast doors and everything like that to basically keep you inside and keep anyone out.
Is Irons here yet?
I need food. Let's get some food. I'm grabbing food.
Should we
Irons comes around the door right then and says, "You had breakfast afforded to you earlier, but you wanted to work on your bot. Stay in the communications room."
But why? It's obviously busted. It's not working.
Again, the now all of you can see that the terminal all of a sudden springs to life again. A purple light starts emanating from it. Although it isn't like the lightning that you've seen before, it goes out as though it were reaching like a portal opening. Although Yuji would notice immediately, it's not a portal. It's something that is anchoring itself there.
Real quick, Overwatch doesn't have token vision.
Oh.
Sorry.
My bad.
You good?
Let's see
It looks
if
very
I can.
cool here to me, though.
Oh, she is Ruby.
What about now?
Don't see it yet.
Refresh.
Refresh. Still refreshing. We'll get it.
Unji will be like, though. We see an anchor. It is holding fast. Something is holding on.
Oh, there it goes.
Got it.
Okay, perfect.
Y'all gonna
I
stay
think-
in there?
I think I would grab both girls by their shoulders and pull them back from it.
All right.
Ruby's not
You-
resisting.
You pull them back from the terminal. All of a sudden, the flashing that's happening on the terminal stops, and it seems to come to a full boot up. And you hear a voice, "Hello, is anyone there? This is Omega Theta of the Tiberius sector. Respond. We are under attack. They..." And then it stops.
That's the other group.
No, you could give me a society check in order to figure out what he's talking about.
I don't know if I have it. Can everybody? Or
Yeah.
okay.
I love it.
There
Ruby doesn't care.
I am, right? How do I? There.
Your hand.
I'll find it.
Oh,
So close.
Scroll down. Lore skill. Right?
Society.
Right there.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah,
Oh no, actually I do.
you got some, girl.
I got some. And where are you?
Well, Sevens is definitely pointing a sniper rifle at the terminal.
And society. No.
So to most of you, it just sounds like, just some other, neighboring sector that does any sort of communications or something like that. But Ruby and Jolinar, you would know that what he said, the Tiberius sector is known for its research and development.
Oh, that makes sense. You'd know that.
And it's on the same place we are, planet?
No, completely different sector space.
Oh.
Mm.
And then the flashing of the panel begins again. Then the flashing stops. Communication established. This is Omega Theta of the Tiberius sector. Respond.
Should we answer?
Commander Irons.
What?
Should we answer?
It's Mega Theta. They do research. Tiberius with
Where?
Mega Theta.
Tiberius sector would be the sector of research and development. Omega Theta would probably be a signal, some sort of signal, either for like a ship or a base.
But
Okay,
that's
okay.
how Ruby says it.
Okay.
They research and stuff. Like
Close to here
irons.
or farther away?
Far away? Farther away? Am I right?
Yeah, it's very far away.
Super far away.
That signal shouldn't be reaching us. Something's wrong. He would actually look at Sevens and see how he.
Either them or they're boosting their signal.
I'm gonna answer. Hello, this is Ruby.
Ruby! Ah,
We are from. Where are we? I'm gonna say where we are.
You're from the Nero
We're
sector.
from the Nero sector. We hear you. Over.
You get a response. I don't understand, but we've been attacked a day ago. We're traveling and it cuts again.
Hello? Who are you attacked by?
Flashing begins again.
Can Unji somehow try to investigate the psychic energy that's coming in?
All right. You could give me an occult check.
Okay.
Occultism. You got some.
Cool. Ooh. Haha.
It looked like
You're
it was gonna be
not too
good.
familiar.
I do
And
know.
the power is still off to this terminal?
It's completely off to the entire room.
These echoes are unfamiliar. Something reaches out. Something is grabbing.
Well, obviously somebody's in trouble.
that's not good. Okay, so like warning bells in Iron's head. Everybody out. Stop talking to the machine. We'll wait till the sergeant gets here.
But somebody needs help. Can't just
The
leave them.
flashing stops. Communication established. And then of the voice that you've been hearing, it starts yelling out, is anyone there? This is Omega Theta. I am the last survivor that I know of. I haven't seen anyone else. TR6 is unleashed. I cannot. And the communications goes out.
TR6? Does that mean anything to us?
The only thing that would pick up is that Ruby and Jolinar would know that research and development sectors come up with their own code names for different projects and whatnot.
Whoa.
Contextually, that does not sound good. Irons wants everybody out of the room. Close the door. Let Sevens barricade it.
I think he's gonna have to
that's
pull
what he
Ruby
thinks.
out because she wants to help.
He's not. Yeah. Jolinar, get the girls out.
As you're talking about this, the light vanishes from the terminal. No more powers to it.
Okay, I will take Ruby's arm gently but firmly, and I will expect Yunji to follow.
She will.
But our job is to help people. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
They are so far. There's nothing we can do, and if he's the only one, that is very sad, but we will doubtless die before we can intervene.
So
Commander
yeah,
Irons, may I
people are
put
always
in a
too far for
request to
help.
smelt that thing?
Melt it?
What was that?
I would like to put in a request to smelt that device.
You see, irons really think for a second.
Was that an affirmative?
Affirmative.
Done. I'm gonna go find a blowtorch.
Just because
As
somebody's
you're
far away doesn't mean that they don't deserve help.
as you're
She's
moving
angry.
about, all of a sudden the intercoms blur open again. Paula, backup unit engaged. I am Paula, your virtual intelligence module, and I'm here to help. And then she begins to go again. Warning, warning, get inside immediately. Storm inbound.
Do we actually see a storm inbound?
So you would actually have to go check out the terminals themselves. It's not something that's really built into the base. It's kind of like a basic weather module.
Would that be
Are
one of
they
the
in-
terminals here?
Yeah, not in this room because no power to it, but any of the other terminals throughout the base. These are meant specifically for the job, while the other ones are kind of like your general base terminals.
Okay.
So
yeah, I'll... Go ahead.
might want to check one of those to corroborate Paula's sensors.
That would be something Sevens would do while he's out looking for a blowtorch.
Joel and I would just be saying, I'm sorry we cannot help them, but when people wander too far, they will die before you can reach them. You cannot risk the rest in pursuit.
We could have done something.
So who's going over to one of the terminals to double check it?
Sevens.
Okay, Sevens. When you get to the terminal, you're getting the warning message that Paul is putting out, and you could check out the warning message. Although you're noticing that there's actually a communications trying to be established. Identity would be Sergeant Jenkins.
Commander Irons, Sergeant Jenkins is trying to reach us. It's on this terminal.
Affirmative.
CM, can I patch him through to our comms?
Yes.
Do it.
I would do it.
Okay. So you patch Sergeant Jenkins into your comms, and he says, "Orange, you're getting a load of this. Have you checked out the weather module?
Checking it now. What's up?
I'm seeing it for myself." He has like a moment of like pause, and then it's like, I don't know how to describe it. Dark clouds, purple lightning, starting to cover the place.
It's them.
Seven's looking at the weather module. You're getting kind of like a mixed report. You're getting basically lightning storm inbound, and then also just tons of random ones that Paula just can't seem to quite understand. But
I'm reading this off to the others.
Hey, can you give me a computers or engineering check?
I got crafting.
Give me a crafting check.
An eye for numbers. Would that work?
I'm sorry, what?
I have the action eye for numbers. I can
no,
guess
something.
new things.
That'll be something different.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. You're noticing that certain spots of the planet seem to be getting this weather update a lot more than the others. And at least one of them, you could tell it's right above Estate A.
Estate A is being hit rather hard now. He's just saying that because the sergeant and the commander are both on the comms.
Sergeant Jenkins, the Tiberius Sector 𝒔𝒂𝒔𝒕𝒆𝒓 ship, they said TR6 was unleashed. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
Of course I don't. I have no idea what Tiberius section is talking about. And then Paula starts going through all the intercom systems. Object, warning, warning. Object, incoming into planet. Identity, Omega, Theta.
Question about the setting. Does this setting have like warp jumps, or is this something that, or is this like lower tech?
Lower
colony
tech.
type ship? Okay. This is Is this
It's a-
familiar to the incident before with irons?
y- for things coming and going and disappearing and such, yeah, this reminds you of the void.
Okay. Joe on our highest alert. Secure the girls. Find secure position.
Understood. I will. What is the next most fortifiable position that is not the communications room that has been elected to be abandoned?
Probably the hangar.
Okay. Is that small enough that it is defensible?
I mean, if you get inside one of the vehicles.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's kind of a spacious
open?
area. Yeah.
Okay. Does it have access to, like, does it have terminals in it that have base access though?
Yes. These vehicles, especially, are kind of more communications based. They're meant to be, if not to send a communication, to help boost it and such. So these have a lot of the capabilities.
Okay, so they're kind of like mobile workstation units.
Right.
Okay.
Because
Alright.
if there's ever a communication problem between Estate A and Estate B, they need something in order to help boost the signals between the two.
Okay, I will get Ruby and Yoonji to come with me, and be like, let's go to the hangar. We will set up in one of the vehicles there, call Skip,
Mm-hmm.
and collect any other weapons or tools you need along the way.
Grab everything, I guess. Yeah.
We are afraid.
Are there any civilians on our part of the base?
No, there's no civilians. It's all military personnel. You're the military personnel of A.
Okay, so we're all that's here then.
Yes.
Okay. Sevens. We're going to need to sevens. Rendezvous and secure point designated by Delmar.
Understood.
What if
I'm
they
locking
reach
down the
out again?
facility now.
What if they reach out again? Shouldn't we just stay in here?
I'm assuming at this point you guys are already out of the room and Sevens has closed the door and has put the emergency lock in place and then proceeded to begin cutting the wire to the power.
All right. So at this point, do you get another communications from Sergeant Jamkins? All right, I'm seeing it now. Looks like yeah, it would be a Class Indigo spaceship is coming into orbit. It's not stopping. We're going to have to check it out. It looks like it's on a crash course. Looks like Northern Hemisphere near Estate A. You're going to have to hunker down. Jolinar, you're in charge. Irons, you're in command. Meet me there when the crash is over with.
Understood.
We're not allowing our Empire brethren to go without aid.
If that hits and its reactor explodes, there won't be them or the estate.
Paula, do calculations. Calculation complete. Looks like if the reactor explode, it will be dust, as they say. But it should not reach the point of destruction of Estate A. Initiating hunker down mode. You hear a lot of like moving parts within the base as everything is being completely airtight sealed, and a lot of metal plating is being put over any sort of window, hatch, or anything that could lead to the outside the base.
So our basically our orders are to hunker down and then investigate.
Yes.
Okay. So basically just for now, brace for impact.
Yes.
Okay. I will hurry the girls up.
Sevens is looking for more ammo he can get away with.
All right. actually, interesting enough, Sevens, you go to the small armory that you have, and as you approach it, you notice the flashing purple lights there as well. You probably rush in to go check it out, and when you do, everything is overloading. It seems like whatever just happened, it targeted all your technological weaponry. All the laser weaponry is gone. It's shot. Batteries overflooded. Just completely useless.
I knew this would happen. Commander, all the batteries are dead. All lasers. Any extras for the robot that weren't on her person. So that thing probably has a timed life now. You hear him happy as he reports that.
Acknowledged. Are you finding more ammunition?
I am going to have to switch to ballistics, which I always keep extras.
Yeah, you're
Chief,
finding
find some
all
extra for Mildred.
Yeah, you have a bit of ammo, although it's kind of kept on the lower priority because it's kind of like a not necessarily ancient tech, but just put on the back burner as it's used versus kind of a niche group of enemies. You have plenty of pistols, and then like some ammo for like pistol, hunting rifle, shotgun, so on and so forth. But it's not plenty, not at all.
I take as much as I can grab, and I'll bring it to the rest of the crew.
All right. Yeah. So if you look into your character sheets, that would be all the equipment that you're able to scavenge.
I'm mostly supplying all the rest of these guys.
Mm.
Well, that's fine. Everyone needs a gun.
Did Jolnar find a suitable spot for barricading?
So my plan is to take whichever, if they're the same, fine, but whichever vehicle would be like the heaviest vehicle and get inside it with the girls and everything we've got so far, and then probably have them buckle in.
Okay.
Buckles.
Yeah. Yeah, you find an armor personnel carrier that acts as a communications beacon. It's pretty good. According to the stories of Sergeant Jamkins, he used it when he was in service. It's kind of old, but it's heavy. It's not light. It's not light and more electronic like the others.
Okay. And over comms relay our position and which one we've picked to irons and sevens.
Acknowledged.
At this point, Paula's saying, "Warning, warning! 1 minute till crash."
Now, Sevens is gonna run to get into the secure location.
Irons is not going in until Sevens gets in.
Well,
Alright,
when
you all-
Sevens passes you, he's passing you shotgun shells.
I am making sure Mildred is loaded.
All right. So you all get into the APC and hunker down. All of a sudden, you get a large rumbling that starts going through the base. Paula says kind of the obvious of, "Warning, crash has happened. Brace for impact."
Unji's gonna cover her ears and be like putting her hair in front of her face.
It's fine. We'll be fine.
We can hear the screams.
Oh, forgot you could do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's a lot of shaking, a lot of noise, and then all of a sudden there's silence, and then you hear large amount of sand just pouring, hitting it into the base, but it's holding pretty well, and then comes to a standstill. There's no more noise outside.
As this is happening, I ask Commander, who's qualified to drive?
I can drive.
Are you trying to
Is anyone else qualified to drive?
I am.
I've been driving since I was like 10.
He's
That
the one
doesn't
goes the
make
least
me any
driving.
happier.
I love that you guys are arguing about this and Unji's like crying in the corner.
Joel and I was going to say, can somebody use the computers to find out what is going on outside?
Yeah.
Paula brings up scanning. No movement detected.
Can you get more? What has changed? It sounds like there's been a breach in the base.
Scanning. No breaches detected.
Paula,
Warning.
can we get a visual?
Warning. Communications error. We have lost communications with the satellite.
That'll be no then.
It's probably all smashed up.
Warning. Lost communications with Estate B. Warning. Lost communications with Sergeant Jamkins.
Paula, have auxiliary methods been applied and attempted for communication, such as radio frequency over satellite communication?
Lost communications with satellite.
So you have none. Okay.
That's what it sounds
Recommended
like.
action. Use the communication device you are within to get close enough to Estate B.
Okay.
Those were our last standing orders. And Ruby, perhaps you can boost the communications from here?
I could try. Can I?
You know that it would be basically impossible at this point because you need to get to the southern hemisphere of the planet, which is a really small planet.
Oh, okay.
Because once you get to that point, it should be a lot easier. Because in the northern part, it isn't as well.
We have to go south, guys.
Does this base have cameras on the outside?
It does. Pulling up the camera system, a lot of them have, it looks like, either been destroyed or completely covered in sand. There's some like in front of the hangar that it's still a bit bumpy outside, but you could probably drive your vehicle out of here. Other than that, nothing seems to have changed.
Hangar door is clear outside. Currently.
Jolinar's right. We have standing orders. We're to check the crash site.
We're gonna help people.
If there's any left.
I'm getting in the driver's seat.
I'm gonna have Skip go on standby to save battery.
All right. The Paula opens up the hangar door and you start driving out into the desert. You get a general sense of where the crash site is from, not only from the terrain, but also from the GPS coordinates that Paula provides you as you start making your way there. Was there anything you were going to do while on the trip to the crash site?
Do you sense any of them?
We will try. I think Unji wants to try to reach out and see if she can feel anything or psychically hear something.
From your time in the city, you could tell right away that you could usually tell where like a large group of people are or whatnot from just like all the resonance that it give out. But you're not sensing anything from the ship. So if there are survivors, there are few.
And would I have a sense of the ship, a general sense of how big it should be?
Yeah. It's at least from this class of ship, it should be holding around 100 to 200 crew members, which usually would give you just enough. But in this particular case, it has to be half or less.
Okay. We do not sense much. There are not enough voices. We cannot see this far away. But there are not many, if there are any.
What about at the base?
Oh, that's way too far away.
Okay.
It's too far.
How long is the drive?
So from the drive, it will be about 2 hours.
All right. So Irons would probably put on something that maybe NG doesn't like it, but has not actively disliked it. A song on her thing that he's got listed under her playlist, and put it on over the speakers while probably going over equipment and making sure everything's loaded and strapped on and done right with Jolnar.
Jolnar would do sort of an inventory, would report to Irons with whatever he needed, would kind of go through a self-inventory, and then if Yunji is still, like, kind of acting weepy, would just sort of go over to her and kneel down next to her and just, like, hold out his hand in case she wants to take it.
She probably wait a second and then reach out her finger just to kind of almost like she was reading your palm or something.
And what he is, like, as he sort of kneels down, he very clearly, like, is collecting himself, and there's this sense of, I am me, I am solid, I am just a tangible place in space. Kind of calm is the vibe that he's putting a concerted effort into being.
She'll take a deep breath with her eyes closed. We thank you. We are okay. We will try to reach farther. We will try to listen. We fear the void. We think it is here.
Tell me what you need. I am always here. And then he'll kind of like, sort of like a slight bow, nod, and then get back up.
Unji will try to smile at Ruby a little.
What?
We are trying to share the happy.
Oh, you're doing great. It's good. Want Cheeto?
A little bit of orange on the kimono.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll come out.
Always makes
Just
me
hears
feel
all
better.
conversations.
All right. So you have your social interactions and arrive at the crash site. Definitely a pretty large ship. As you get more towards the front of it, you notice that there's quite a bit of a damage around that part, which should open up more of like the hallways or doors that you would be able to access in order to get inside. The back of the ship is plunged into the sand, while the rest of the ship is pointing more towards, I guess, the sky at an angle maybe like 40, 50 degrees. So you could tell like the very front part of the ship is much higher. You notice that this area to go in, it's about your level, and it looks like another area is over to your west. That would be about 20, 30 feet up. So it looks like, at least from initial scanning, there's those two places. You do notice that. You do notice that Sergeant Jamkins, I don't have an icon for it, but his speed racer is here, and he seems to have already gone in.
Do we have indicators on which side he went in?
Yeah, he went towards the east one.
And do we have files of what the basic layouts of this ship should be?
You would... This particular ship, no, because it's the research and development sector ships.
Okay.
Guys, this is like research. I mean, like, they get into some weird stuff. They unleash something. Like,
Hopefully it died in the crash.
We cannot assume that is true.
Ruby,
Yeah.
can you use the APC's transmitter to try to find our sergeant?
Sure. Try it.
All right, so you could give me either a computers or engineering check.
Okay.
Is engineering crafting for this?
Engineering is like more the mechanical side of things, while computers more the software side.
Oh, there it is.
So
You have both.
crafting is kind of like a universal thing that I could allow, but it would just be a higher DC.
Okay.
So try engineering. That was gonna be
All
one
right.
for a second.
Very
I was like really nervous.
All right. So Ruby, you get you start boosting the signals. It doesn't have like the best detectors, but you know how to work such systems pretty well. You do a little bit of a jury rig type thing, and it boosts its detectors. And you point it towards the ship, and it starts doing its detecting of what he could try to figure out. You do get one identifier of a Empire soldier towards the helm of the ship. I mean, what's the front of the ship called where they have
Oh,
Yeah, the bell.
the
okay,
bridge?
the bridge. Thank you, the bridge of the ship.
So,
So
that
it would be
west?
towards the west.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's somebody towards the west, near the bridge. Should we go through the other entrance over there that's up high? It's closer.
What is the environment like on this planet? Is it breathable or no?
It's breathable, but it's considered inhospitable. So you could breathe, but with all the sand, dust, and other type things that are just floating around, it'll be bad for your lungs for a long period of time.
Okay.
So right now, it's kind of assumed that you're fully suited up.
Okay. So it's more like we have like filtration masks than have oxygen tanks.
For this would be a full encapsulation, like a spacesuit. Although
Okay.
the front visor of it is very transparent, so you can see each other. It boosts morale.
Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
Need to see my face. That's what you're saying.
I do not think our face boosts morale.
Yes, it does.
If we're going to the west side, we're gonna need a teamwork our way up.
Oh, and I kind of forgot to mention, I didn't bother trying to get like completely specific about all your inventory, but if you have like an item that would make sense, like medical tools or nylon rope or something like that, yeah, that's fine.
How far up above the ground is this? Let me see. This western door here.
That would be about 25 feet.
Ruby, see if the drone can get up there. Check the door and see if it's locked or if there's an access way.
Okay, so skip. Just call it. You go check.
Right.
See if door's working.
All right, so you send Skip over there, and Skip, using its climbing module, just climbs on up the side of the ship, and
Evans is covering the drone.
he notices a door, and it seems to be locked, but from your knowledge and everything like that, you know that it just requires a Federation access code. This is just a common door. So your identification badges or numbers could actually just open it up.
I could do an overload too.
True.
If we don't. I mean, do we want people knowing we're going in or not?
Oh, and because you are a mechanic, you would instantly understand this. It's very strange that the doors would be locked if it had lost power, so it still has to have power inside, because the native state would be to unlock and open everything if it lost power, so people could escape if need be.
Okay. Is overload just like a free action?
You could use it at will.
Okay. I might just do that instead, because I can use it through my drone, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Well, if I can get a better angle, I'm gonna get on top of the APC to cover the drone.
Okay, so you're gonna use your overload, which let me double check. This makes the device non-functional.
You can throw
Okay.
it in chat for people
Can
to
I?
see.
How do I do
Click
that?
the picture.
Click the picture. Cool.
Yeah. So you use overload on the door. It instantly unlocks and opens.
Ooh, there's a light.
Yeah, you see red light inside. This is emergency lights.
Yeah. Okay. It's open.
All right. Peek him in, see if anything's there. If he gets munched, we'll know to go the other way. Need to
Skip?
rendezvous with Sergeant. Yes.
Skip is the stealth drone, and he does have camouflage,
It's
so
true.
you could.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I still like the appalled look you gave Iron.
Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
So, stealthin, Skip.
Give me a stealth check for Skip.
Where is it?
It'll be above the attacks and below the ability scores.
Attack, stealth. I see it. Okay. That and go, Skip. Woo!
Yeah.
Alright. So Skip goes out into the hallways. Although looking through his eyes, I want to give me a will save for Ruby.
Oh, will save. Oh no. Okay. Where's save?
Saves are right here.
Oh, thank you.
She got a decent number. Oh.
Oh snap!
Oh, there it is.
I was thinking it was gonna happen.
Just waiting.
All right. So I guess for the rest of you, you look at Ruby as she basically goes into a catatonic state of her eyes are fully dilated. She's just looking at the screen, not moving.
Would Unji detect something, or can she detect something when that happens?
You're not detecting any sort of psychic phenomenon going on with her.
From
Ruby.
my position on top of the APC, can I see what's going on with the drone?
Okay, so you're keeping a track on the drone. You're not able to see too high up there.
Right, even on top of the APC?
Okay, so on top of the APC, you could give me a perception check.
Okay, one more. Perception. This button.
Pull up Unji.
And it's really hard to see. You can't
We're
figure it
rolling
out.
hot.
What does she see on her screen? Can I, like...
You could give me a will save and look at the screen.
Oh no! Yeah.
Okay, we all die.
Go, Jill.
No, Jill and I will be fine. Woo!
Yeah.
All
There
right.
you go.
Jolinar, you study yourself. You're a warrior, and you look at the screen. What Ruby is looking at is there are bodies all over the place. Some look to be like torn in half. Others seem to be shot. But strangely enough, there's no blood anywhere.
Okay. I will gently pry the screen out of Ruby's hands, kind of being careful to not let it tip towards Yunji, and then I will just show it to Irons.
They're all
He doesn't.
dead.
He doesn't actually look surprised. He says, "Show sevens. Looks like we're probably going to go the other way."
Is Sevens...
Sevens is
Here?
outside.
He's outside.
Yeah, he's on the APC trying to look at the drone.
I'm giving it covering fire.
Okay.
Unji will walk up to
I'm
Ruby.
just going to radio to Sevens and say, no survivors that direction.
Understood. The drone hasn't done anything.
I mean, to be fair, you do know that there is one registered signal that seems to have some sort of life in that area that's showing up as Empire.
Right, I'm just trying to communicate to Sevens and
Okay,
what's in the hallway
got it.
without triggering anyone.
All right.
Is it them? I jest.
I don't see any movement.
Neither do I. Are we advancing that way, or are we going to the east?
Irons?
Can you steady yourself, Ruby?
Yeah, by this point, Ruby, you've gained control, although you actually noticed that there was something else there. Although it kind of turned the corner, it seemed to react to slips going on in there. I mean, skip going in there.
Oh. There was something in there. They're all dead. That's not from a crash.
It sounds like whatever they were transporting might have got out and is still alive.
Could it be this TR6?
It must be.
If you could see Sevens, he's just shrugging.
Irons, orders.
The creature moved.
Away, right? Around the corner?
Yeah, Ruby could tell you that it moved to the east.
Okay. It went east.
But that is the most direct path to the sergeant, right? Presumably.
The way that Skip went, yeah.
We must rendezvous with the sergeant. Risks are necessary. We're going that way.
Understood.
Understood.
Unji, because she has her gloves on right now, will take Ruby's hand. We hear the echoes. We will see. We will help.
It's
Awkward
bad.
smile. We help people.
Yeah. Yep. We do. We help people.
Irons would probably squat down in front of Unji, take his glasses off and look her dead in the eye. It's not pretty in there.
We do not see as you see. She'll kind of reach towards your scars, though. Or we see more as you did see. We will be all right. We may be able to hear things. We may be able to understand in a way that will help. We have tread the halls of the void. We know.
Let's go. The sergeant's gonna be toast. We gotta go.
All right. So you use some rope and your attachments to get up on there, especially with the help of Skip. And you are able to move about.
I'm gonna take point.
All right.
Sevens, I imagine, can kind of go right behind me.
Either behind you or I'm flanking the door. Like I'd be right behind you, but always in cover.
Okay.
We'll be in the middle, I think.
Yeah,
Irons last.
Unji would
Yep.
stay close to Jolinar unless someone pulls her back. She wants to try to be helpful, but she stays behind Jolinar.
Okay.
Physically getting into the hallway, does any of these people have equipment? Like they were armed?
Yes, although for the most part, it seemed to be they were using laser weaponry and such, which if they got hit by the same thing you did, it may have been completely worthless for, versus whatever they were fighting.
Okay. Do I see any of their issued combat knives or shovels on them?
Yes, some of them did seem to have it, and there is actually some material on some of the knives. If you want to give me like a nature check to try to figure out what it could be, you could do that.
I'll go with nature. Well, I wish I would be medicine, but I'll take nature.
This wouldn't actually be a medicine check.
Okay. I didn't get a 1. I got a double 1.
All right. So looking at it, it's very strange, but it actually looks to be something of like crystal and rock formation on it.
Hmm.
And it's on like
Not
the tearing
robot.
part of the knife. So it had to be connected with something like that.
Well, it isn't the robots. Not this time, at least. It shows it to irons, crystals. It cuts something, and there's crystals on the blade now.
Is it like to irons? Would that be like crystallized void essence, or is it mainly just looking like something else, like natural?
That would be, I guess, a occultism or a religion check.
Oh, I actually got religion. Okay, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, basically that deals with like the superstitions and such that actually have some weight to it. You're not
it's too
quite
bad
sure.
iron is incompetent.
There's a lot going on right now. It's hard to focus on that recall.
Oh, is anyone actually like looking more into like the bodies rather than just like the weaponry and other things like that?
Irons would be.
Okay, so anyone who's looking into the bodies, give me a medicine check. Because the quite obvious, of course, is there's no blood anywhere.
Would Ruby be pulling Unji toward the bodies, or would she be doing her own thing?
Well, I'm sorry to say this to Ruby. Or not Ruby.
Unji?
Wow. Unji. I'm handing the knife to Unji and saying, can you feel anything off of this?
We can try. She'll start to take her glove off and reach for it.
You can use your occultism.
Okay.
So irons, looking over the bodies, you notice right away for like other parts of them, such as bullet shots, there seems to be a little bit of bleeding, but it never escapes the body. But especially the parts where it looks like their arm got torn off or something like that. It's like anything that would, of course, be an area where there'd be lots of blood coming out. It's like crystallized blood.
Okay.
Oh.
Ruby's gonna.
So then, that crystallized blood might lead him to assume then that those crystals. Is the knife? Is everything cold in here then?
Sorry, I should give one piece of description. It isn't cold in here, although it's been on the planet for a few hours. But the crystals on the blade are of purple origin. These are just like if the blood itself, the red blood, turned into crystal.
Okay.
So Unji, using your psychic energy and starting to feel around and everything like that, you get a really malevolent presence. Something came in here for the sole purpose of wiping out the ship. You don't know what it is, but it's obviously that whatever it is not a humanoid.
There's gonna be a flashback to that first time with Sevens where she
What? Unji, what?
hate,
Sevens looked around confused.
anger, hate, kill. We hear echoes of hate. Something not human was here. It came just to kill.
Doesn't sound like the robots.
Would I have gotten a vibe that it was from the void or something else?
Oh,
Just alien?
as far as you could tell, it seemed to be that there's void around it, but you can't tell for certain if it itself was from the void.
Okay.
Is the state of the body similar to the event in Iron's past, or is it different?
Different.
Okay. All right.
The void is here, but we cannot hear if it is from there.
This thing's
Take
bad.
said knife and just puts it into one of the skulls of the dead people and gets up. Ruby, you forgot the door.
What?
Close the door.
Oh.
We don't want it escaping.
We want it in here with us.
Or it can
Irons
just
will
get
just-
away and we can be in our homes.
Irons would just the shotgun when she asked that.
Yeah.
Ah.
Unfortunately, the overload destroyed the emergency battery within the door, so it cannot be closed.
Yeah, I can't open it.
Close it. Cannot we use the manual
Close it.
to close the door?
No, they're unless you basically force it, kind of like a portcullis or something, it will not close.
Okay, I began stacking dead bodies in front of it.
Yes.
That's going to take too long, Sevens.
I mean,
Unless I had something else. Look at the drone. I could
No.
use a different battery.
no. Can't do that. He comes
Can't
in
or
handy.
shouldn't?
He comes in handy. Sergeant Jenkins is gonna be dead, guys.
Well, let's
If we keep
don't mess with any
dilly-dallying,
more
he
doors.
will.
I could. Mm. We could look and see what the crystal has seen.
It's a thing you can do.
We can see what it has seen for the past few days.
Okay, you try that. Joel and Art, let's take a look around the corner, see if it's spying on us.
Yeah, while this has been going on, I don't want to have been looking at any of this. I want to be basically like just going a little bit step ahead and carefully just focusing all my energy on scouting and looking for movement. I'm kind of gone into a little bit of a crouch and am moving kind of in a walk softly way where I am scanning around for any tracks, any visual cues, any, trails.
All right, give me a perception check.
Yay!
All right.
Right.
So you're looking ahead, scanning about the area, and you notice to the west where the bridge would be. You notice that there's a turret in the ceiling, and it still seems to be active. And when it spots you, it looks as though it's trying to fire, but it's not able to.
Okay. And that's down this hallway over here.
Yes.
Okay. If Sevens is there, like kind of right behind me, I will just sort of point that out so he can notice that as well.
All right. And then for other things,
Gags, yes.
you're noticing like going through like the ground and other things like that. There's interestingly enough dents in the ground, something large and heavy, as though it made like footprints throughout the area. It just scanning about. They seem to be going all over. Now, when it comes to the creature that Ruby saw, you're not quite sure if it was that or whatever attacked these people. Or maybe they're one and the same. You're not sure.
Okay. Are the indentations that are kind of all around, does it look like those were mostly caused while it was just ripping through people? And then...
It seems to be like whenever it's not necessarily like how to phrase it, not necessarily like a footprint itself, but like whenever it's doing like any sort of stomping or like a charge.
Like an impact.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Can they tell if that's a ballistic or a laser turret?
Yeah, that's a good point. You could give me a crafting check or a engineering check.
I'll give a crafting.
Okay.
Jamila?
There we go.
Sevens, you would know it's a laser turret.
It's a laser turret. If it's fried like the rest, it ain't gonna be worth anything.
Speaking of that, Jolinor, you're seeing this turret. All of a sudden, you hear like a clicking from the turret, And from your experience, it seems to be loading in projectile rounds now.
Yeah, I'll step back around the corner for that.
All right.
I will actually go across to here so that I'm kind of flanking the corridor with sevens.
Okay. So Unji, I guess
Is it relate to irons that's starting to load up again?
That's a Jolinar question.
Well, you would probably readily see Jolinar and probably sevens move into a back to the wall cover position, which would probably indicate that that it's not safe to be in the hallway, but
You'd look to the report.
appears to be switching firing methods.
Get the
We may
girls
still have
across
disabled.
before it reloads.
Okay.
By this time, it's already reloaded.
Yeah, I was gonna say sevens. Can you take a shot on it?
Now, Sevens could take a shot on it because he was kind of prepared if he wanted to try it out and then get into his back to the corner.
That is going to make a huge sound. I was actually thinking about trying to sneak up on it and try to just turn the thing off.
Yeah, I mean,
At this point, it's looking down the hallway. You don't really have much cover to hide behind.
Gotcha, and I don't have any smoke grenades. What about these guys? Did any of them have grenades of any kind?
I have grenades.
Oh my word, who gave this woman grenades?
She made them.
I know how to make
it was definitely not irons. It was definitely not irons.
That's what I do in my spare time.
They make incendiary bombs that could destroy,
I could try
entire
hacking
little
into it first, guys. Like, we don't need to blow it up.
Well, you would know it'd be on some sort of isolated system because if it didn't have like all this electrical issues, like the guns and other things like that, it either means that it's connected to the ship's battery or it's connected to its own isolated one. You don't know for certain on that one, but it's trying to do something.
Okay. Well, I'll toss a frag to Jolinar because Jolinar hasn't crossed yet, right?
Jolinar has crossed.
Has crossed. Okay, then it's a sevens. This is sevens, isn't it? Okay.
Sevens looks at the thing. If you could see his face, he'd be like, "Oh my word, why did she have this?"
I got more.
Do you have any smokes?
No.
Sigh. I think. Okay, if I remember, correct me if I'm wrong. What is a grenade based off? Athletics / strength?
It would be an attack.
Would I be able to use my dex to do it?
Yes. I could just drag it over to your inventory.
That's fine.
Another idea. I can do a distracting hack. Or I can hack something nearby. I can shoot at that while we all run across.
I'm going to interrupt for a minute. Go to Unji because she was doing the object reading. So, Unji, as you're delving into this sword and this knife and the crystal that's on it, you're getting a lot of visions of like the men on the ship, having either a good old time or whatnot. They seem to be just kind of like your basic guys, either part-time soldier, part-time janitor. They're research and development, nothing big, just going about their days. Apparently they at one point all of a sudden that they were attacked. You're getting flashes of like almost, you don't know how to describe them other than like some sort of like crystal rock golems coming into the area and attacking. The soldiers are frightened. They start trying to fire upon them, and they got a few shots off, and then lightning surged from these creatures and disabled their weaponry. This one guy, he thought he might be able to do something, pulled out a knife, stabbed, but then at the next moment he got ripped in half, and that was the last thing he got before it was the end.
So there were multiple crystal
Yes.
creatures? Okay.
You couldn't get exact amounts, but at least 5 or more.
Okay. Bigger or smaller, or was I not able to tell?
They seem to be like medium sized.
Okay. I think she's going to be in a disadvantaged situation because she's focusing on this, so I'm figuring probably however the turret thing plays out, she'll tell everybody after.
Okay. Back to turrency.
You want to try distracting hack and we move across? If we do that, we're going to need to do the same thing when we want to come back this way.
That's true.
The path to the bridge is up that corridor, is it not? We may need to destroy it.
Yeah, it's that way.
Okay, let's blow it up. I got another one if we need.
How many of those can you make on the fly?
Not.
I can't.
You're not an alchemist. These are just things you made in your own time.
I can construct an AI.
Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that at all, or else I will be court-martialed. So, using the wall as cover, I will just use my sniper rifle and try to disable the thing.
All right, so you could give me a shot using a rifle.
Okay. And go. Yeah.
That's going to miss. And as you pull out around the corner, it takes a pot shot at you.
Okay. I got good cover.
What's your AC?
My AC is an 18. I have how much cover?
So it would hit barely.
Nimble dodge.
Oh, how dare you!
How dare you? Yeah,
So you pull around the corner, shot off. You see the action. You dodge right out of the way of the projectile coming right towards you, and get behind the wall again.
That's the classic movie, like you get your head behind just in time and it hits the wall.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
So, how tall is the ceiling?
The ceiling would be about be 8 foot tall.
Okay, and what is the... Do turrets typically have 360 swivel, or do they just have a range? Like
they're all built differently, so you're not sure. Sevens would know from his crafting and the type of turret. He would know it doesn't have the ability to look behind itself. It's meant to just look down this hallway.
Okay.
It'd be nice if we were actually on the other side, where it could not turn around and shoot us. He makes a comment like that.
How far is it down the hallway?
It's... Oh, wait, wrong measuring tool. So... It's about 50... Well, I guess it's for itself 45 feet.
45 feet. That's beyond a single movement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I use 2 movements and then attack it with my sword?
Yes, although you're going to have to roll initiative versus its initiative.
Okay.
And I assist with trick attack.
I don't know. At that point, you're probably just going to have to roll initiative with and see how it goes.
Okay.
So is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Can I provide assistance in any form to increase Jolinar's initiative? Because it's facing me. It's expecting me to do something at this point.
All right. So I guess at this point, you could probably use like a bluff or something like that, deception, in order to try to get its attention and not be as reactive.
I will definitely attempt to aid you. Deception.
Okay. All right. So
Roll.
as you say, oh boy,
Oh,
oh boy. All right.
I could also use one for all to ready a aid action for that, or do a clever feint to
Make it
assist.
flat-footed.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I'll probably do the clever feint.
I'm just gonna go
Okay.
ahead and roll initiative.
All right, do so.
Oh wait, now what happened to all the good rolls? We need the good rolls now.
We used those before we got into the game.
Wait,
All
if
right.
I remember from chat, someone was rolling 20s before we started playing.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
I
haven't
blame
rolled the clever feint yet. That wasn't me. I haven't rolled the clever feint yet.
Fair enough.
𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒂 been rolling great this up until now.
All right.
Okay, so I have to roll a bluff, right?
I think that's what you're supposed to do.
I'm still doing
Yes,
it, though.
bluff.
This
So
is
sorry,
great.
deception. I didn't change that.
Oh, okay. Deception. D. There it is. Roll.
Yay!
Okay, so Irons is incompetent outside, but competent inside combat. Got it.
Okay.
Not
yeah.
to
Just a
sound
physical, not a mental
Yes,
character.
yes. Not to sound like
Correct.
sevens, but I swear VTTs are sentient. It heard me and it's just poking fun at me.
All right. So it's going to. The clever feint works,
That's
although it's
awesome.
gonna take a shot out at Jolinor, although it's gonna be a lower to hit because it's a little confused. So 14 completely misses. Jolinor, you rushed on in. Give me an attack.
Okay.
That's funny. I love it.
So
14.
hits versus it's flat-footed.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So roll damage.
Yep. That's not the right damage.
Oh,
Oh, that's
I-
your unarmed.
Oh, you made an attack with your unarmed instead of your sword.
He's
Oh.
like,
And you still hit. All right.
They're the same one. They're the same attack bonus.
Hey.
Very
clearly
nice.
Jolinar's just punching this thing unconscious.
I mean, honestly, just like rip it off the ceiling.
That'd be awesome.
So Jolinor goes in, rushes the turret. It takes a shot off. It misses, and it goes over there, swings. You cut a lot of the cords, not all of them, but the turret starts going haywire, just turning in a circle.
Yeah, I
And
imagine that I shove my sword up in there and use it to like rip it partially off the ceiling, but it's kind of dangling by a few wires.
Yeah. It does the whole spinning motion, and then all of a sudden it just stops.
Is it safe?
I will rip it all the way off those last few wires.
All right,
Throw it on the ground.
you do so, and it seems to be done.
And then I will call back. I believe it is clear. In a very calm monotone.
Gets an approving nod from Irons.
Thumbs up from sevens.
Can we comms the sergeant at all from here?
Well, I would
sorry,
hope
what?
you'd be able to hear it after all those gunshots.
Well, can we calm the sergeant? Because if he's dead, I want to go the other way.
You're not getting any sort of communications.
This is probably when Unji goes,
What? You were here the whole time.
what? We saw the creature. She's gonna just drop the knife on the ground. Quickly put her glove on. And she's like trying to pull sleeves up, but they're not. They're underneath her suit. There were so many. Like crystal creatures. They just wanted to kill. Her eyes go a little like, she kind of rolls her eyes a second. I just wanted to serve out my time and go back home.
You and me both.
That's all I wanted to do. Why do they always have to be cheating on the poker games, too? I always knew he was. Jack's always doing that. What? Alarms. Ringing. What is that?
Get hold of yourself.
Seven looks to Iron, looks to Yuji, looks to Irons, looks back again, looks to Commander, like expecting like some kind of order.
if we find somebody from this ship, we can find out what these things are.
They're the ones that shut everything down. That purple lightning came out of them. All electronics shut off.
Unji, I'm going to ask very slow. Did the lightning become the monsters?
No.
No. We saw them first. And out of them came the lightning.
Yeah, Unji would recognize that they're users of whatever they're using.
They seem to be able to manipulate some kind of energy. They were in control of it.
So they boosted the signal. But why would they want to do that? To get here? Vendetta, perhaps?
You're
More
hearing
data's needed.
that. Sevens goes back to the door and checks on the APC and the commander's vehicle.
Roll a perception.
Okay, perception.
I'm gonna move back to the group if they're not moving up.
Ooh, nice.
Noise.
Seven's looking out. Nothing's really changed. Although, looking far out, you're noticing some sort of movement. You could give me a nature check.
Okay, nature. Yay! I got a 4 in it.
That's not bad.
Whoa!
Hey!
Alright. Alright, so, you recognize this pattern. So looking out, you're seeing basically the sand starting to move. And you instantly recognize that this is part of the planet's predator. It's what they soldiers commonly refer to as desert snakes.
Nice.
They're very gargantuan creatures that come out and feed upon things that make a lot of disturbance in the sands. You have a feeling that they're probably attracted to the ship with all it's done.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
And they're sand snakes?
They're commonly referred to as desert snakes.
Okay, desert snakes.
I don't have
We
a...
have desert snakes inbound.
We're playing aliens and trimmers. Okay, got it.
Desert snakes.
Boss, you know I don't play games.
All right. We've got to keep moving. We need to get up there, get to the sergeant. The snakes.
Can they fit through the door?
No,
Okay.
they would not be able to.
That's
They're
good.
they're not known to feast on any sort of metals. They're going to be coming out here to see if they find any, fleshy things to eat.
Okay. Are we going for the sergeant
Well-
or are we going to the bridge?
Wait,
It's one
can
and
we
the same.
contact him through the bridge over the intercom system?
You could do that, but you do know that the life form that was detected is coming from the bridge.
So that's our goal either way.
Yep. Dilinar, I got your back.
We must be careful. They're everywhere.
I will just lock eyes with Yunji for a minute with just that complete, steady affect, and then I will take point.
We'll be fine.
Right. So
We'll be
these,
fine.
looking at these doors, are more sophisticated. Definitely need a higher clearance to get through them. They're more akin to more of a blast door trying to protect the bridge. You do know that there's a communication system between the bridge and the doorways, to be able to interview people and let them through or whatnot.
So I'll move up and then
Move here.
probably move aside for Ruby to take a look at it.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the
Or
door.
Sevens.
All right. So looking at the door, you know that this is beyond your authorization, but you can always try hacking it.
Yeah.
Or you could, or if there really is someone inside, you could always try the communications.
Iron's just staying in the hallway here to keep an eye on stuff.
Okay.
Do we want to try to communicate first, or do you want me to open this?
We could try to sense beyond the door.
Is there somebody
If
in
you
there?
want,
Are you gonna try?
if you wanted to try that, you could give me a perception check.
Okay, let's see. Where's your perception? There it is.
You're the best.
Hide
love.
Ruby. Roll.
Eh.
You're getting that someone's there. You're picking up a faint resonance, but beyond that, you can't get a good hold.
There's too many screams. We sense someone beyond the door. Whether they can respond or not, we do not know.
Okay. I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna try to open the door.
Okay, so you want to hack it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so you could give me a computers check.
The computers.
Yeah, it would be under your lore skills because that's where I had to put them.
Lores.
Oh, okay. Computers, got it.
You are good at piloting.
19. All right.
That's Kristen's
That's
satisfied
me.
laugh.
I know.
You've dealt with worse. After about good 6 seconds, you bypass the security. It now authorizes you.
Okay. Who's going in?
I will.
Jonar takes point.
Alright, so I'm going to open, look, and then do I see anything just kind of as I like crack the door open?
What do you see? Yeah, you. Oh, when you open the actually, it's all or nothing. So if it opens, it fully opens. If it closes, it fully closes. So opening the
Okay.
door, it fully opens. You peer into the bridge. As soon as you make noise, you hear a guy inside say, "Go away! No more riddles!" And as you glance inside, you get a pretty disturbing sight. You see a kind of a basic soldier there, but one of his arms is on a computer. But it's not just that. His arm looks like it's covered with like those blood crystals, and it's connected onto the computer. When he looks at you, he's like, "Who are you? You're not that thing. What are you doing here?" You recognize the voice as the man who was communicating with you through that anchor.
It's the guy.
Oh, okay. I'll say we were sent to investigate and respond. Irons, I have someone 7th. What am I looking at?
Hold on, I have to actually get vision in the room. Looks like a restrainee, probably a prisoner of some kind. And he was attacked by whatever killed those people in the hallway, at least.
Do we approach?
He seems
I'll
very
keep watch.
erratic. He pulls out a pistol and points it towards your direction, projectile.
Is he stuck to the console by his arm? Like, are the crystals growing his arm to the console? Or
Yes.
Okay, so he's kind of immobilized by them?
Yeah, he looks frantic, erratic. He's really trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
Hey, it's Ruby. Ruby, remember? You heard me. We're here to help you.
So Ruby, all right, you could give me a diplomacy check of +4.
Oh, man. Okay. Where's that? Diplomacy. +4. That's good. Plus How do I add it? Add one. No, that's not how I do it. Hold on. How do I add a +4?
Go ahead.
You could just roll. I'm pretty sure we can add 4 to
that's
whatever you come
true.
up with.
Yeah,
That'd be
All
silly.
right.
that's good because I had a +0.
As soon as Ruby starts speaking, it's like, wait, I recognize you. You're that lady who responded.
Yeah, I told you we were here. We're here to help. Who are you?
He puts away his pistol, and name's Charles Trester. We were attacked. I couldn't believe it. Illithids. Not illithid. Yeah, illithids.
Illithids. What is that?
For those in the know, can roll religion.
Do you have a
Is
religion?
Seven's in the know? I don't think he is.
I might, yeah.
How do I know if I would know?
If you are trained in religion.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, you
Ah,
do.
good. Seven's is not.
We're back out of combat. Irons is incompetent again.
Same thing, best
I don't
friends.
know. I have a +1. I don't think that's gonna
No?
help that much.
Oh, wait. Is that with you and trained?
All right. Yeah, none of you are. You're not really sure what he's talking about. Yeah. They attacked. They got us. And we're traveling. Storms. That they were in space. Couldn't avoid it. Killed us. And then TR6. It got free. He seems to just be trying to figure out what to even say.
What is TR6?
TR6. It was a contained creature. We picked it up.
What does it
Describe
do?
it.
Describe. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Imagine you're familiar with the ape, correct?
Yes.
It was like that. Large hands, reptilian. It smarts. It talks and talks. Drive you insane.
I glance over at Sevens.
Seven's is looking down the hallway, keeping an eye out. And then he feels like someone's looking at him. He looks around. What?
Are you alone? Is there anyone else with you?
Maybe
There are
one other person?
Yeah, there are 5 of us. Perhaps one more.
I haven't seen anyone.
Are you stuck?
Yes, I think I am. At this point, he's like looking at his arm, and he drops one of his knees to the ground and just picks himself back up. Can't escape it. My
Evans
hand.
pulls out a bone saw.
He definitely recoils at.
I'm in the
seeing bone saw.
hallway. I'm in the hallway. So the girls are the ones that see me pull out a bone saw, and I'm going to gently give it to Yuji. Use this.
We use it for what?
I can do that. You don't need to do that. I got it.
I got the hallway covered. You go and take care of him.
Okay. Can I get in?
You gotta go through the door.
How can I go through the door? There I am.
Literally.
Okay, I made
'cause
it.
Foundry's awesome.
I'm gonna walk up to him.
He's a bit disturbed at seeing the bone saw, but he lets you get close.
Do you wanna get free?
He nods.
I should have asked. Who all has medicine?
I do. That's why I took it.
Okay, good.
Um,
Because I was like, I'm the one with medicine, that's why I have the Medicaid kit. And then I just gave my bone saw away. Like,
I
oh
don't
no,
have a
they're gonna kill
Medikit,
me.
but I do have medicine.
You would have it on you. I just didn't bother doing all the itemization.
Oh, okay. So can I give him some kind of numbing shot?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then really ask him, do you wanna be free?
When you give him the numbing shots, it's like the last of his strength just leaves him and he collapses. While his arm is still stuck to the console.
Okay.
Hurry up while he's out.
Well, okay, I'm gonna do it. Medicine, go.
Oh,
Yeah.
You expertly cut away and get his forearm and hand away from the console. Doesn't, as you did it, there's no blood coming from him, but you could definitely tell he is very weak, kind of like near dying.
Can I help patch him up as much as I can?
He's very malnourished, and looking at him, it didn't quite catch on how your distance was, but his skin is even starting to turn gray.
His skin is starting to turn gray.
Yeah.
Can we help? Like he's dying?
You think he's going through something like that. And you think if you had the right tools, you could probably help him out. But at this moment, he would probably just need to be fed and other things like that to really help him. Right now, he's just completely out of it. And
Okay. So are we bringing him with us?
I'm just talking over comms. Can you pull up the ship layout from the
Yeah.
bridge?
I can do that. Do. Got those hacks, yo.
yeah, you pull up a layout of the ship.
I'm gonna download it onto everybody's thing so they can see.
See, I'm just going to do this real quick.
Ooh.
Hold on, Adam.
Oh, okay. I can't do that. That's sad. All right.
I would somewhat surreptitiously talk, come over to both.
I think we're losing you, Adam.
Oh no.
I know he's running off his phone.
We lost irons. We don't know what to do. Ah.
All right. Well, I guess I should ask him. I should have expected there was gonna be a lot more role playing and stuff. So, yeah, we might have to do like a two-parter or something.
Yeah, it's really up
That's
to you
fine.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that.
Okay, cool. I just wasn't sure how far we should go tonight, and then
You
how
should have
far
known
should
when
go.
we were posting like multiple paragraphs
know.
of character description in the thread that
We get into our
True.
characters.
Okay, that's him gone.
I'm gonna switch just while we wait for Adam to come back since it messes up my windows.
Alrighty.
So yeah,
It's all us.
we can decide this live. That's all cool. We can go longer. It's totally up to you guys what time you need. Because we could take a break and keep going, or we can plan to pick it up. So next week would be our Pathfinder Outlaws game, and then we could pick it up the week after that.
That's,
I'm down for whatever. I just need to know people's schedules and stuff.
All right.
that's fine.
We're here. I
Okay,
mean,
yeah.
we're home, and our kids are asleep, so nothing matters anymore.
Do you think that what we need would be wrapped up in another session, or do you think we need a little extra time tonight? And
Honestly,
then,
probably another session.
yeah, definitely,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure, that's fine. Do you want to hit a specific moment? Do you want to go a little longer and hit a specific moment, or should we just keep going? We
You
got
could stop
irons.
at any of the in-between events, like right now, or it could be after the next event.
Let me switch back here.
I'm good to go one more event.
Okay, yeah.
Because we'll probably slow you down next time with more roleplay too.
I know, it's so
What?
true. I'm tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so we get a day off.
Yay.
Woo!
Yay.
I mean, our children don't give us a day off, but that's
They don't
fine.
care. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
as
no, I'm
long as
excited.
everyone's good to go a little longer. Just, do we want to... I'm laughing as if I say potty break because I have toddlers. Does everyone need a bathroom break?
I'm good so far.
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
Adam, what were you
Okay,
saying?
we can hear you.
We missed you.
Yeah.
What you
Oh.
were saying.
I didn't know if I cut out. I don't know when I cut out, but I said I was going to surreptitiously go over to 𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒂 or calm over to 𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒂 and Sevens and say, keep an eye on the rescued crew member. No blood during removal of forearm.
Nailed it.
Evans is
Nailed
debating
it.
about if he should just speak up about shooting the guy now or later.
What?
Oh, okay.
Who's gonna carry this guy?
Not it.
We are not very strong.
Ah,
I feel like, if asked,
Go ahead.
Joel and R will go over and help you. But it's not super keen on volunteering per se.
ah.
But if that comment is made, Joel and I will walk over and help.
Oh. Ruby,
Yeah.
can you see if there's any more usable turrets? You have deals with robots. Make sure they're not shooting at us.
Fine. I'll use my deals, my sneaky machinist ways. I'm gonna see.
Alright.
I'm gonna try
Alright,
to
so-
figure out as much as I can about
So look-
where we need to go.
Looking over the systems of the ship, there's turrets in the other two hallways too. They seem to still be online. Although of course, like barely online, like most of the things on the ship. All the others are reading as destroyed,
Hmm.
or just lost communication, which is usually just destroyed. When you're going through it, you are noticing that there's the systems of the ship are failing, and they're failing in a very peculiar pattern, as though they're failing where something is,
Yeah.
and it's spreading like a wave.
Okay. Can I
like a-
target them, like the center of those waves?
Not really, because you don't know exactly when it happened, and there's just so much that's already gone. Most of the ship underground is already gone.
Okay. Can I turn off the turrets that are still working?
Oh yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
with your authorization, you turn them off.
Rose, is the VI still online for this ship?
Rose, I thought it was Ruby.
Ruby.
Is,
Ruby Rose. There you
is
go.
what online?
The VI for the ship.
VI. Okay,
Virtual
is that
intelligence.
still on?
The virtual intelligence seems to be dead.
Okay. I can create a new one, an AI.
You don't have the time for that. And besides, your ability says AI, but the terminology is VI.
Okay. Got it.
Also, you're not an alchemist.
Oh, okay. So, do we have is there any way to access the cameras in anywhere? Or is that all
The
down?
cameras are down.
They're all down. Okay.
And according to the records, they seem to have all went down right before the attack.
Oh, okay.
To clarify, right before the illithid attack, or right before the stone thing attack?
The Illithid... Oh, I guess you can kind of extrapolate from it from now, but the Illithid are the stone monsters.
Okay.
With
I had
electricity.
different connotations in my head.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, oh, we got more.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So is there any way to track down the sergeant at all from here?
All the detector systems, everything like that's fried.
Okay.
So there's no life signs to track. Basically, it's all dark, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We got one guy. I think that's pretty good.
Could we potentially try to seek out his echo?
So at this point,
You. Go
the
ahead.
all of a sudden, as you're talking about echoes and everything like that, from all the different terminals, lights, and everything like that, the purple lightning starts coming to life once again in all the electronics. It starts, it's being so fierce. You're hearing all the popping and everything like that, although the area starts getting colder. And all of a sudden, as everything starts being destroyed, all the lights, and it goes dark.
So I'm not picking up the guy anymore. If I was, he's being put down. I'm going to get Ruby and Yunji if he's there, and they're getting behind me, and I am backing up with some weapon ready.
All right.
Ruby would grab the guy.
So at this point, I don't know why I didn't do this, but light. Okay, here we go. So
flashlight, go.
So all of a sudden, Paula comes on. Yeah, Paula just comes online to say, lights have been deactivated. Activating torches. And she says that all your lights on your suit start coming on.
You hear it grudging behind you.
So we're like glowing targets?
Yeah, unless you manually turn them off.
Okay. Guys, I'm turning them off. I'm gonna turn them off.
If I can't see me, if I can't see it, it can't see me. If I can't see it, it can't see me.
Exactly, right? It's fine.
So Ruby's turning hers
you're
off.
Not in
All
here.
right.
Are we all together now?
Yeah,
I'm still looking out the hallway.
I think with the lights going off, the rest just rushed into the room.
Yeah.
Devin is still watching the hallway unless told otherwise.
You do hear, when that happened, you did hear all the doors open.
I'm gonna turn off everybody's suits. Do I have to physically touch them to turn off their suits, or do I have to, or can I just do that remotely?
You have to physically turn them off. Because unless unless the officer in charge turns them off. So Jolinar could turn them off.
Okay. That's what Ruby wanted to do, so I will do that.
Yeah.
But I will wait. I will give us a second to all get grouped together first and then do it.
Okay.
Goes behind the door for cover.
Yeah.
And, well, right next
So,
to Irons.
I think if you guys are fine, they're back here. We should fall back to them so we're all in one spot.
There's still one more door, though.
Oh, there's 2 doors above us.
Oh, there's 2? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all of them are open because the power's gone out.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think if it's dark, we don't want to be separated, so.
So we're all coming to the door?
Well, if all your lights are off, you're not able to see.
Sevens wants to keep his lights on.
Okay.
Even if it's like a protest from his commanding officer. It's like, how am I going to shoot my enemy if I cannot see my enemy?
I have a
I
light
am
stick.
not that good.
How big of a range is it? Cast about as big as we can see, so we can actually see that far of a radius?
We can help.
So the light stick is almost the same size as the as your torches. So the light stick is like half. Well, let me just put it in.
20 feet diameter.
Yeah, it's technically 20 dim lights and bright light.
Unji's gonna start to hum
wall.
quietly to herself and cast dancing lights.
Ooh, I like dancing
nice.
lights. That's my preferred light spell.
Yeesh.
I did drag the guy over with us, too.
I just made him invisible.
Oh, okay, great. I
didn't want to deal with
Ruby's holding on to him. Giving him a Cheeto.
I love that Cheetos have made it.
Should it be Pirates Booty? I don't know.
Pirates Booty. I think that's Rochester specific.
Is
don't
it
know.
really? I
don't
didn't know that. I don't know.
So, Sevens, you're at the door. You could give me a perception check.
Yep. I was just about to ask if I could listen for the sand snakes or sandworms, whatever they're called. Okay, that's a decent one.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Sevens, peering back into the hallway, you notice something terribly, terribly wrong.
Ah.
The bodies that were close to the door are now gone.
What?
Iron, sir.
Adam's frozen in
We
fear.
I'm still here.
Okay,
Okay.
your picture's frozen and it's great.
The bodies
Oh.
are gone.
There he goes.
There he is.
All the bodies of the dead crew are gone.
Alright.
Thinking about the dead crew, Sevens looks back at the severed arm that was on the console.
Looking at it, it's gone.
The severed arm is also now missing. Please watch out for it trying to attack you.
What? An arm?
And
Just like
Oh,
flying?
Adam.
Yeah,
the
I
one
know.
that you just cut off.
Not much I can do. Carry on.
Yeah, how's our dude doing?
He's completely unconscious.
Okay,
He
but
didn't
like,
vanish from you.
okay. Well, I want to keep an eye on if he starts to do anything other than be unconscious.
Got it.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Okay, yeah, I need for him to be back.
Sevens, what do we do?
We need to find a place that we can hold up. The balcony might be a good one, but if we cause too much noise, the sand creatures will try to come after us.
You mean the
Mm,
bridge?
No, I was talking about the ledge over here.
Okay.
mm. Is there another
There was a
room?
Medicaid ward over here. This was a long stretch hallway with many doors that is not usable. We could just put ourselves in a corner, which is entirely terrible, and put us in the back of the bridge.
There's also going directly north, the hallway went up into something else.
Right.
You can ignore that part.
Okay.
All doors are locked open, unless we can close them.
Can I?
We consider this entire place unsafe.
Okay. I mean, I could close... Can I still close doors, or is it because the power's off I can't even do that?
Cannot.
Okay.
No power. Its natural state is to open.
Got it.
So we'd have to like physically try to wrench them shut somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Which we could
Iron's
try.
here. Not here yet.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm texting him.
Okay.
It
I mean,
was.
this wouldn't be a bad spot to stop at.
Okay.
That's true.
It is pretty good.
Yeah, considering all the lights just went out.
Give us time to think where we're gonna go.
Sevens just has the bad idea of going back to the APC and running for it.
With the sandworms?
Talk.
I mean, I don't know if
There
that's
he
a
is. Oh, yeah,
bad
no.
idea.
We got him back.
But we're gonna leave the sergeant, I guess.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
We couldn't. You're good. The thing is that one thing I wanted to point out earlier. This was the only life sign we could find.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That means the sergeant was either A, dead, or B, outside of our range.
As you're talking about life signs, this would be a good time to do this. All of a sudden, your comms come up from Paula. Reading. 6 life signs detected.
Oh.
12 life signs detected. 22 life signs detected.
Nah!
58 life signs detected.
58?
Out.
Yeah.
Back to
Out,
the APC.
out.
I
Back
think
to
we
the
gotta
APC.
bail.
I agree.
As you hear the sounds of footsteps falling and coming towards you. I think that's
Grenades
where we will end
now.
No,
it.
we
Oh,
don't.
that's great.
We're leaving. We're leaving.
Yeah.
We're gonna certainly try.
There it is.
We
Oh,
got
that's
one person.
perfect. Do we have him with us still?
Yes, Ruby's
Yeah, we
dragging
do.
him.
All right.
At least.
That's like counts as half a survivor so far. Let's be real.
I like
Yeah.
maybe like 1/4 or 3/4.
It's 3/4.
3/5? No, wait, 4/5.
You don't get to round up to whole numbers.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited.
Awesome.
That's a great place to leave it.
That is so
Yeah.
good. Well, I want to leave. Shout out to Foundry Virtual Tabletop
Yeah,
and
that's really
Mr. Moral
cool.
Compass's amazing abilities with it.
Yes.
Look at those lights.
Look at the flickering. It's so
That's
cool.
just highly
Giving me
recommend.
so much anxiety. Good job.
I know.
Yes.
Me too.
I will switch back over here so we can see faces a little bit more. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, 𝒔𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂 𝒂𝒏𝒄𝒂, Mr. Moral Compass, and Adam from the Interplanar Crossroads,
Emmy.
and my
I'm just
lovely
kidding.
wife. You're just so- Oh my goodness. Let's see. Before we go, Adam, where can everybody find and support the Interplanar Crossroads?
Well, I'm pretty sure they can find and support both the Interplanar Crossroads and Avenue Studios at either Patreon or Locals, or by contacting us directly. Either one of us.
Absolutely. I'm fixing Windows as we talk because everybody switched. Wait.
No, Adam's right. Yeah.
Adam's. I know. I just fixed him, but now I gotta find.
Avon's gone.
Avon's gone. What is he?
He's disappeared.
Smoke bomb.
There
So,
he is. I see
so
him.
now that we've come to the end of the game, right? So that means it's game over, man. It's game over.
Yes.
Oh my word! I haven't heard that in forever. Comment below if you know that game.
Yes.
Date
We're
this
living
as well.
so far. I'm pretty excited. I thought I was gonna die.
I know.
Like first episode, I'm like,
Well,
she's
we
gone.
RP'd so much that we couldn't get to the danger.
That's true.
That was our plan.
It's gonna make the death so much more tragic, though.
Yeah.
Because like we'll care about each other.
Oh, it's so good. You guys are all amazing. Yes. So, anyways, Avenue Studios on YouTube, Rumble, and anywhere podcasts are found. Next Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, we will be picking up our Outlaws of Alkenstar game with Mr. Moral Compass and 𝒔𝒐𝒏𝒄𝒂, of course, as well as the great Jacob from Jacob's Lab. And then the week after that, we will pick back up with this game and see what happens next time. So I am very excited for that. Thank you, Abon, for joining us. Special guest star.
It was a pleasure.
Awesome, man. This has been great. Thank you for tuning in. You can further support us and become a part of the ever-growing force known as Avenue Studios by joining our Locals or Patreon community. Doing so will not only help us continue to create high-quality content, but you'll gain access to our exclusive Discord where you can chat with everyone here, play games, watch movies, and so much more. We did just get in our dice pads with our logo on them. So at the landmark Maple tier in Locals and Patreon, you get one of these, as well as the company that made them gave us these fun extra bonus iron-on things.
They were
So-
super great.
Yeah, great company. I should help me remember. Later on, I'll add the logo. Add their Etsy site
Yeah.
to the description because they were awesome
They were
to
super
work
great.
with. And let's see.
Thank you, Compass.
Yeah, thank you, Compass.
So great.
This is awesome.
I
We're-
can't wait for next time.
I know.
Us too.
Can't wait to kill all of us. Where are we? So yeah, join us for movie nights
Yeah.
if you become a patron of Locals. And thank you, Adam from the Interplanar Crossroads, for joining us. I will have Druid Stables up with Adam, hopefully one this Friday after Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to
guys.
those in the States, and to those not. Happy Thanksgiving from the States.
Yeah.
I am thankful for everyone here and for the opportunity to play with you guys. And I think
I'm
that's
thankful I'm not on a crashed spaceship filled with danger.
That's
Yes.
solid.
It's kind of you are the
or-
crash spaceship full of
Are
danger.
you? Oh.
I love it. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining the adventure. And we will see you next time. All right, bye. Except I gotta push a button.
Don't worry about it. It's happening.
Vamp, vamp. There it is. Compass, would you mind playing some music as we stream out?
All right. Dark music, nice music.
Dark
Oh,
music.
dark music,
music.
definitely. Yes.
Okay.
Spooky.
There it is.
Could just continue on with the spook.
Volume up.
Dark like my soul. Oh, what?
There it is. Farewell for real.